everybody. Happy Friday. It's Steph here. And it's Friday. All the things. This is my, fourth time streaming this week. I streamed Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's been a busy week. And that's mostly due to a bunch of different Kickstarters that are on Kickstarter right now. It's been a really good month for Kickstarters. A lot of excellent Euros currently out there, ready to be backed, and even some roller rights. So on Sunday we did a hello Justin. On Sunday we did a stream for Ping Yao, and it was a publisher stream. And Michael and I played 2-player Ping Yao, and that is currently on Kickstarter. It's a pretty heavy Euro. It's not like overly complex because it's not that complex. However, it's thinky because you're placing your workers, which are dice, on these different locations, and so trying to plan all that without getting blocked from locations that you need to take. And so you're trying to manage all this to get points. And you get points by collecting a lot of income and having banks at the end. You're trying to make all these different banks on your board. So, yeah, the theme is a bit dry, as some people have commented. But I still like it. And it's still one that I've played a couple times. And I want to play the expansion at some point. So that's on the to-do. You know, I got to check off my to-do, all the games I got to play. So that was Sunday, and so Monday I actually wrote about it in the blog and the experiences that I've had playing 2-player, and I actually like playing a 2-player. I liked it a lot more than 4-player, but that's because with 4 players it can be pretty cutthroat. So it can be a bit mean. With 2 players it's a little bit more open, and you're likely gonna get what you want. Because I'm more of a multiplayer solitaire kind of gamer. I like doing my own thing, not beating up on people, all that jazz. So it worked really well for 2-player for me. And also on Monday I wrote about a couple other heavy Kickstarters that are going on right now. So I talked about Darwin's Journey because Shrey, Derek, and I played it again. I think Scott was there that time. I don't remember. We've been playing a lot of games recently, and Darwin's Journey is fantastic. Oh, can you post a link to your blog or tell us where it's at? Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Where's my everything? My blog. Actually, I was going to post the links to the actual Kickstarters too. Normally Michael is available to do some links for me, but today he is busy memorizing all the things. So here's the link to the Monday blog. Where are my links for? Okay, so Ping Yao I have right here. Nope, that's Scribbletown. That's Leda. Ping Yao, copy. Here's a link to Ping Yao if you're interested in checking out Ping Yao. That Kickstarter is currently going on. And now I'm talking about Darwin's Journey. Wait, I got a link for that too. Got all the links. Darwin's Journey, currently on Kickstarter. And this one is another heavy Euro. And it's available to play on TTS, along with Ping Yao and Carnegie. So you can play all these games. Darwin's Journey is great because there's a lot of different paths to take. Somebody asked me in my blog, I think on Monday, which of these games do you find has the most player interaction? And I think I went with Carnegie, and then Ping Yao, and then Darwin's Journey. And I say Darwin's Journey at the bottom with the player interaction, the question was like, most likely to get screwed over or something. And I say Darwin's Journey is at the bottom because there's so many different ways to go. If somebody takes the spot you're looking at, there's always something else you can do. So you're not going to be like, oh, I didn't get that. But in Pingyao, you could easily be like that. And in Carnegie, you'll definitely be like that. Michael says hi, I guess.
Hello.
He's supposed to be working, or doing links for me.
I'm working.
Right.
I wanted to say hi to the peoples.
Oh, okay. The people say hi back.
Hi, peoples.
Apook says hi.
Hi, Apook.
I'm like, oh, I got links. I can do it. Justin says hi.
Hi, Justin. The Burman.
The Burman. Apook says
Apook.
hi, Michael.
Apook.
Hi, Pook. Hi, Pook.
Hi, Pook.
So I was talking. So Michael, out of Pingyao, Darwin's Journey, and Carnegie, which is your favorite?
Ooh.
They're all very good, I think.
Carnegie, maybe?
Carnegie is my favorite too.
And then Darwin's Journey and then Pingyao.
Yep, this is my order as well.
Though it's real close with Darwin's Journey and
Carnegie.
Carnegie. It's really close.
They're both really great. It's Bon Jovi.
It's not too far off.
It's Bon Jovi. Oh my god, this camera's just shaking. I gotta move. Stay put, Steph. Stay put.
So yeah, I'm working on all my work stuff and I'm halfway there.
That's good. You just ended.
That was a song lyric. Never mind. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you just ended. That's good if you're halfway.
No, I'm not halfway.
So also in the blog I talked about Carnegie. Now I've played Carnegie 14 times now.
Holy crap.
14 times since the end of November. And I just want to play it more and more and more and more and more. It's ridiculous. Shrey, Derek, and I ended up playing it last night virtually, streaming it. I did another explanation, so hopefully those who have said I did a terrible job the first time will come back and say I did a much better job the second time.
You're so crazy.
Why am I crazy?
How many? 14 times?
Laura says hi, Michael.
Hello, Laura. 14 times? You kidding me?
That's really good.
That's really a lot.
That's a lot.
You know how many new games you could have played?
I like Carnegie.
Somebody online.
I don't need to play new games. I can play Carnegie.
Somebody online said that they were at 100 games for 2021.
I'm not
100 games. 100 games.
I'm at like 85.
You know why? Because you play all Carnegie 14 times.
I've played like 85 games. It's not bad. And a lot of them are longer games because we've put in a lot of time into some of those games, Michael.
Yeah, the big Euro games.
The big Euro game. Learning the big Euro games puts in a lot of time. We could play like 20 games of For Sale or something. Or we could play one big long game of Viscount.
One big long game.
Or something else.
I like Viscount.
Yeah, I know you like Viscount. I'll come back to that later in the stream. That's a lot of plays. Yeah, it's a lot of plays. I have it. There's my BG stats. My insights to 2021. I'm at 84 plays, 60 games, 60 unique games. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not unhappy with that because we have been playing a lot of repeats. Like I've played Carnegie 5 times this year, I think. So, games. Carnegie 5 times. Darwin's Journey 3 times. So, I've been playing a lot of repeats. My H index is already 3 for the year, and it's been like 3 weeks or something. So, as you can see, I've played Darwin's Journey that many times and Carnegie that many times, and it's been only a couple days into those months. So, yeah, they're solid games. You need to check them out on Kickstarter. Did I post a link to Carnegie? Carnegie is like doing incredibly well on Kickstarter right now. So it's definitely worth it. You'll see my little write-up if you go to the page. He quoted me. He's like, he puts all the meeples of the rainbow. He's like, my quote is, Carnegie is the game that keeps on giving. Even after 7 plays, doubled that by now. I want to keep coming back to see what happens next game. A worthy game of the year. And it totally is. And if people haven't played it in 2020, it will probably be their 2021 game. I already see it now. It's fantastic. It's a great game. And so because of the Kickstarter, I wanted to make sure to try and stream it. So we did that last night. If you want to go back and see that, I've posted it to YouTube. It's also on the VOD on Twitch, so you can catch up with that after the fact. And we had a great time. I was pleased. I figured Shrey would kick our butts because I was nervous trying to run a stream and talk about everything I was doing, and I figured I'd get kind of lost in everything, but I still ended up winning somehow with 180 points, which is really pretty good. And the last game I played with Shrey, he got 190, so I figured he was going to crush us this game, but he kind of got lost along the way. But it was fun. It was fun to work out all the kinks. It was pretty much ridiculous because I in order to play it properly, I had to play it from my phone on Board Game Arena. I can't laugh because it shakes the camera. Dang it. And I had it hooked up to my TV, and my TV's like 75 inches, so it's like this huge screen of Board Game Arena, and it was pretty much ridiculous. I need to get another monitor for my laptops when I do a stream like that. It would make it a lot easier if I had another monitor. Don't laugh, Steph. Don't laugh. Okay. But it was still fun. I got through the rules teach, and then we had a couple problems with the first one. I'm like, okay, I'll just play from my phone from now on. And so I made it work that way. And it, trial and error situations. So it worked. I'm happy. So 3 really big Kickstarters going on right now. And I'm sure there are even more that I'm not aware about. But there's actually another smaller level Kickstarter going on right now for Scribbletown. And Scribbletown is a game I played a couple times on the stream. Where is my link? Got my link. Here's a link to this Scribbletown Kickstarter. And it's a very nice roll and write. I really enjoyed it. So I've played it a couple times on the stream. You can play along if you haven't played. You can check it out because we do a full rules teach and we do a playthrough. So you probably want to go to the original film, the original video where we explain it, because that's immediately after we first played it, and we played it on the base side. Yesterday or this Wednesday, we played it on the advanced side, so it was way more difficult, and I scored super low, but that was still fun. So, yeah, a lot of great Kickstarters going on right now, and, yeah. So the thing with Scribbletown is that the price point is a little high. It's $35 for a roll and write, and, so I could see people's hesitation on that one, but, I've had nothing but a good time playing it. We've played it, 3-4 times now, and I still really enjoy it. There's a lot of replay value with this because there's a lot of different scoring cards in the game. So I've had a lot of fun, and it will remain on my shelf. So that was great too. So a lot of good options if you're in the mood for some Kickstarter backing right now. Again, Carnegie, it has my heart, and a worthy game of the year for me last year. And yeah, I will continue to play it more and more and more and more because it's great. And that's available on Board Game Arena now. For anybody who wants to play it, you can go on and play it. It's in beta format, so it's available for everybody. You don't have to be in alpha status anymore. And it's fantastic. Bryant says, I'm always in the mood for Kickstarter backing, but my bank account is far from the mood. That is fair. These Kickstarters nowadays are getting more and more expensive by the minute. So, dang it, I got my feet up on the table, so when I laugh, the whole table shakes, and I gotta just stay calm, don't do anything, just stay away from the table, like, gotta stay away. Okay. All right. Good. In 1 second I'll laugh and it's gonna just keep shaking. All right. Yeah, so all that goodness. Another game I played this week, and I featured on the blog on Monday, and then I played it on Wednesday night, was Clip Cut Parks. I mean, this game is fun because you get scissors, you get to cut things. I actually really like the photo of Michael where Michael is like trying to like cut off my hair, and I'm like, no, it's like, oh my god, don't cut my hair, even though I really need a haircut like wicked badly. It's been like 1,000 years since I got my haircut. It's like so long, and it's like it goes all the way down to my waist, so long. I need a haircut so bad. But yeah, it's fun because you're just like cutting up these little papers, trying to like race to fill in these little parks, and it's cute. It's a cute family game. I would have loved it as a kid. I would be happy to play this again. I like games that are a little bit outside the box. It is a gimmick with scissors, but that's fine. I still have fun with it. And you're at the mercy of what you roll on the dice and everything. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I liked it, and I'm glad we could feature it. It's a really good family game, and kids will like that. There's 4 pairs of scissors in there, which is great. All right, what else? Okay, I talked about all of the big Kickstarter games, which is what everybody wants to know about. But if you have more questions on those, please shoot. Let's see. On Wednesday, I featured in the blog, and I played it that night, Fossilis. Fossilis, a new dinosaur extraction bones game. You're going to try and collect the bones of these dinosaurs and complete these different cards to get points, and it's fun. So the toy factor is awesome. It has the little operation bones, and you get your tweezers, so you're gonna like pull out the bones from the dig sites. You won't go if you hit the edge, which is good, because I hit the edge like 1,000 times. So it's not operation where it's buzzing at you, which is good. But you're trying to like uncover these dig sites and find these bones, and collect some plaster so you can dig out these bones. And it's good. I really like it. This is another game I would have loved as a kid. I would have love it. And I just know that families will go crazy for this game. The production quality is great. The fun factor is there, and yeah, you'll have fun playing it. And now the one thing I think is pretty weak in the game is that you can score a dinosaur without completing it. Therefore, there's a whole bunch of set collection at the end of the game where you're trying to collect different types of dinosaurs with like the different features, like carnivore, herbivore, whatever. And the terrain's like water, forest, that kind of thing. And so you'll get points. You'll get points for the sets that you can collect, the variety you can collect. And so it doesn't ever really benefit you to complete a dinosaur. So if I get 1 out of 3 bones before completing a dinosaur, I can still score it and put that dinosaur in my score pile. So I think that's like the weakest thing. I think it needed to be scaled up in the points so there's more motivation to completing a dinosaur. Right now I don't see there's much in the way of why should I complete this dinosaur? There's no real reason, because you want to just score it as fast as you can, get as many of these dinosaur cards as you can in the short amount of time that you are playing this game. So that's my like one complaint, where it's like there's not enough incentive to complete a dinosaur, even though I want to, just because. But yeah, it's not that great of a jump in points. So yeah. What else did I play? Oh, we had a recent game day, and there was a bunch of us just like hanging around online, I guess, and we're all like, let's play a game. And then there's like 1 million of us, so we're like, what should we play? People were coming and going, and we often had 6 players. So of course, when we have 6 players, we're gonna play Show Manager. Obviously, it's a great 6-player game, and we're gonna play Medici because that's the ultimate 6-player game. If you have 6 people, you play Medici. It's what you do. It's my favorite 6-player game. There is no better. I can't imagine a better 6-player game. And I love Scythe. And Scythe works really well with 6. But my go-to 6-player game is Medici. I love it. I love auction games. I always want to play it. There needs to be more auction games. There needs to be more elegant auction games out there, because I really like auction games. And this is the best of the best. Medici, so good. And Show Manager, hey, and you know what? I actually won both of these games, that's like huge. I never win these games. Well, one, because show manager, I always push my luck. I'm like, we'll just swipe those cards and we'll see what comes out. But this time I just got lucky with the 9 cards coming out. And I was hitting the top show performances every time. And then somebody would ultimately knock me down a little bit. But I hit, at the end of the game, I was at 2, 2, 2, and the 4th position in these 4 shows, and I was like, oh man, I totally crushed it. I got a very high score, so it was really good. Justin says show manager Medici is awesome. I don't like the colors on any of the Medici editions. There's always something wrong with the Medici edition. I hear you. There's like the score track is wrong, the colors are wrong. My favorite is the French edition, and I love everything about the French edition, so I have that edition. It took a while to find it, but I got it. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love that edition the most, and the size of the box is perfect, and everything about it is, in my opinion, perfect. So I don't really agree with you there, but I understand that there are a lot of complaints about the Medici editions. Let's see. Justin says Modern Art and High Society are 2 of my favorite auction games. That's true. I did learn High Society 2019, I think, and I liked it. It was pretty good. I'm like, oh my god, it did so poorly, but it was good. Modern Art, I have always wanted to like, and I've played it so many times thinking I really like this game, but I end up not liking it at the end of it, generally. And I ended up selling my copy because I just like, I don't care that much about it, though I know Dan really likes it, so that's something. Dan it's one of Dan's favorites, and you know, when he says I like that, you know it's one of his favorites. So yeah, it's I like him, but Medici, in my opinion, is the best of the best. Raw and Medici. Alright, I should probably give Raw another chance. I played it and really, really, really hated it, but it could have been the group. I don't really remember the situation I was in. I remember exactly where I was. It was like an 8 a.m. game at Total Con in like, I don't know, 2013 or something. So I like remember exactly the game and exactly the situation I was in, and it's just like I hated it for some reason, and I can't pinpoint exactly why. So I should probably play it again, and then I can pinpoint exactly why I didn't like Raw. Michael says James says Raw is broken. I'm not certain of that. Yeah, I don't know. I just played it that one time, so I don't know. Michael, do you like auction games? I didn't think you did. I know you don't like Medici, which is sad because I love Medici. Yeah. Yeah, with Medici anyway, you're going to need 5 or 6 players anyway, so that will probably likely be a con game going forward anyway. Michael says, they're okay. Medici's just okay. Okay, that's fine. So I was happy to get those games played. We had the 6 players. We played a ton of games that day. People were coming in and out. We were playing like Turn the Tide. We played Die Steven Seagal. We played No Thanks. We played, what did we play? I have it all right here. Why I could just look. We played Hughes and Q's. I think, oh no, maybe not. Karuba, Show Manager, Russian Railroads, Carnegie, No Thanks, For Sale, Medici, Point Salad. That's not bad. We played like 10 games that day, so that was really good. Raw is surprisingly good at 2 players, an extreme rarity with auction games. That is pretty rare. That is good to know that it plays well 2 players. It's not really on my radar for a game I want to pick up or anything, but I would try it again. I know like Shrey really likes it, and some people in my group really like it. I'm just kind of like, meh, whatever, we'll play it maybe. There's a 2-player version of Medici, but it's kind of terrible. I played the card game, and that was not great. I think there's a roll and write game coming out, which I haven't played, and I'll have to talk to Grail Games about that because Definitely want to play that. QED is a nice auction game. No limit of what you can bid. Yeah. Wait, it's not called QED. Oh, it's called QE. QE. I'm like, QED? No, it's QE. Unless they changed the name, which is probably possible. I didn't realize that. I played the original QE, and I liked it well enough. The problem is, the group, it's really hard. Everybody plays it totally differently. We play it with, like, really low numbers. Other groups play with, like, extremely high numbers, like $1 million or something. It's just, like, it's hard. I've played Medici versus Strozzi, and I liked it. I think I played that, yeah. Or maybe I just played Strozzi. I don't know what I played. I have to see what I played, but I played one of those two. Oh, okay. QED is a math term. Game is QE. Okay. That's fun. Dr. Sign says, I don't usually like auctions, but when I want to try Furnace when it's available. Oh, yeah. Furnace is great. It's really great. And that's, while it is an auction, it's also not an auction. Does that make sense? It's like, because you're bidding, but you're not. Like, I mean, you might claim the card, but it's not like you can bid higher than somebody else. It's not like you have your 4 discs and you're going to place your 4 discs. So, yes. Furnace is a game I played a few months ago when I got a copy of it. It's a game with these discs. So you have a value 1, 2, 3, 4 disc, and you are going to be, I guess the term is bidding on these different lineup of cards. And with these cards, you're either going to win it by having the highest bid with your 4 disc or 3 disc if nobody puts their 4 disc kind of thing. Nobody can have the same value disc on a card. And then, so whoever is losing the card will get to perform the action on the top of the card. So you kind of want to lose because you'll get an immediate action from it. But if you win, that card will go into your production lineup, and then you can run it in your production during the production step. So you want to win cards, but you don't because you want the rewards right away. And so you're trying to, like, manage your 4 discs to claim these different abilities and ultimately have the most points from how you can generate them. Like, you're going to want to get better resources to make more points, or you just get a lot of coal and sell all the coal you've got for points and just keep, like, shoveling the coal, and who knows? There's a lot of different strategies there. So Furnace is great. QE is like High Society without the part where it's a good game. Oh, I do think I like High Society better than QE. So I would agree with that ish. I don't think QE is a bad game at all. So I like QE. I just don't prefer QE. Dang. Dang. Oh my goodness. I love that we're talking about auction games. Another one of my favorite, actually another Kickstarter going on right now, is Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is technically an auction game. You're putting up these rooms in an auction, and you hope people buy them at the higher cost so they pay you lots of money. And I love this game. I think it's fantastic. I have to look into that super deluxe Kickstarter. I might just wait until after it's done because it's kind of expensive, but it's probably a game I will want in the future, the deluxe Castle of Mad King Ludwig. Now, I actually bought the Polish version of this game for the artwork that's now going to be in this deluxe edition because I think it's absolutely stunning. Like, I'm like, I have to have that. So as soon as that edition came out, I'm like, import, and I imported this game. And it doesn't have English rules, and you can't find English rules anywhere. So it's like, oh my goodness, you can't. So actually, I should download them if they are on the Kickstarter. I should download the rules because I don't have them, and he refused to put them on BGG, and he refused to put them on his website. So I'm like, oh my god, how am I supposed to get these rules? So I just have to go off memory on how to play, which is fine because I know how to play. It's just, yeah, I've played it enough. But Castles of Mad King Ludwig, let's see if I can find that Kickstarter. Kickstarter, Castles of Mad King Ludwig. It's beautiful, this new edition, though it looks incredibly large. Like, really, really, probably too large. Oh, it's doing extremely well. Wow. It's doing really well. It is at $675,000. I mean, it's well deserved. The game is absolutely amazing, so I totally understand that. So I'll have to look at that a little more closely. But I know the board that comes in the box is like absolutely huge. So, you know, huge isn't necessarily better in my opinion. However, I do like the look of it, so. It took me like a long time, like maybe a couple hours to punch and sort and do everything for Suburbia. But I finally did. I sorted it all out. I haven't played the deluxe edition yet. So I got to get Michael in on that because I think he's played it, but only on the app. So he hasn't played the actual game of Suburbia, which it's a crime. It's a crime. It's so good. It's a crime. It's so good. Dr. Sign says, too big and expensive for me, but I'm glad the fans are getting the game they want. Yeah. I agree. I don't necessarily need it. I paid way too much for the Polish edition that I already have. Like, I don't really need it. But, you know, I mean, because how often am I playing it? I'm not playing it at all, which is sad. I want to be playing it. So, yeah, it's just a matter of, you know, got so many games to play, what games to back. The fact that I'm playing Carnegie, like, 15 times already is like, okay, that game I know I should get the deluxe edition of because I know I'll be playing it, and that is like something I will hold on to forever. Like that's a game I love. And I love Castle Mad King Ludwig. However, it doesn't get much play anymore. But Michael says, because you make me play all the other games. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. Suburbia is great. Suburbia is great. Where was I? What am I talking about? I'm talking about everything. Everything. All right, so back to the Wednesday blog. I talked about a couple new games I learned on Board Game Arena because they're there and I hadn't played them, so I might as well play them, get a couple new games under my belt. We played a game called Just Desserts from Looney Labs, the guys who do Flux, and it wasn't great. You could probably safely skip that one. It's a light set collection game with a little bit of take that because you can take people's orders away if you have the cards. So nothing special about that one. You could pass. Then we played Via Magicka, which is the new edition of Rise of Augustus. I played Rise of Augustus back when it came out, and I owned it. I liked it well enough. There was some take that. Thankfully, in this new edition, there's no real take that. However, it is a little bit lifeless. The artwork is fantastic. The presentation is fantastic. I love the look. I love it all. I love that. But you know, it's bingo, right? You pull a water tile from the bag. Everybody gets to mark a water that they have in front of them on a card. And then once you complete a card, cool, you might get a bonus of some sort. And then you replace your card with one from the lineup. So you're at the mercy of what's in the lineup whenever you finish a card. You don't have unlimited gems, so you're going to have to move gems around until you finally finish a card. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It works. It's a game I'll play again, and, you know, it's good. I mean, people who like Rise of Augustus will like this. I think it's fine. I would play it again. Let's see. Today's blog, I talk about a little game I just got called Doomlings. This is one I just got. It's in my pile of new games to show off that I just got. And this will be going to Kickstarter in March, so we'll be playing it closer to the Kickstarter release. But I just wanted to show some of this artwork because, oh my goodness, it's like so cute. It's so cute! As Michael said, it's so cute. Where are the cute ones? There's a lot. There's a lot. Every card is unique, which is great. But I have to find like some of the cutest ones because they are like, everybody is so cute. Oh, my kid, flatulence. There he is. Oh my god, no, there's the, oh, a bullhead, he's cute. This is a colorful one. He's like a double one. So they're all of these guys are little like circular, like happiness, pack behavior. They turn into wolves. I love that. I'm trying to find the really cute ones. The really, really cute ones. Like Cold had a little jacket. He's so cute. And then there was even like, oh, here's Michael's favorite. Appealing. Ah, he's so cute. Oh my god, I love him. Oh man. So all these little cards have different abilities and oh, you get immunity from tribal council. You get immunity. I've been watching too much Survivor, so just, you know. Oh, look at him. He's so spiny. He's so cute. Oh man, love it. Anyway, Berman approved. Excellent. So there's a whole bunch of traits, and you're just trying to survive to the end of the world and have the most points at the end. So it's a very simple card game, and I liked it. It wasn't as bad as I was gonna expect. I get a lot of games sent to me from like small publishers that never done a game before, and I never really know what to expect, so I kind of always expect the worst. But this was actually really cute, and we had fun playing it. So we'll play that in a month or so on the stream and just show it off before the Kickstarter comes out. And yeah, I liked it well enough. And I talked about 3 games that we played the other night. I got together with Shrey, Derek, and Dan. We played Lagrange, we played Oracle of Delphi, and we played Blue Skies. And Lagrange is fantastic. This is a game that needs to get played more. Michael, you need to play it. It's dice drafting. It's great. So many options, so much to do, so little time. Oracle of Delphi, we hadn't played it this year, so we had to like get that off the list because we got to play more games. And I kicked butt. I didn't think I was gonna win that game. I guess I am better at Delphi than I give myself credit for, but I did win. Dan had the best power, and he should have won hands down. But he complained about his dice every round, so he's like not having a good time, I guess. No. And so I ended up somehow pulling it together and winning, which was crazy because I went south and then to the right a little bit, and then back over here, then up here. I wasn't doing anything in proper order, and I was all over the map, and it was just like, how are people not beating me? It didn't seem like I was winning, but then suddenly I had like an amazing turn. I'm like, boom, 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 mission complete, done. And they were like, I was like, yeah, sorry. So that was great. And we ended the night with Blue Skies. This is a game that Derek's always like, let's play Blue Skies. And the more I'm playing it, the more I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I like this game as much. I do like it probably best at 2 players. I like to see the board. I like playing it in person, maybe. That's what I enjoy playing this one in person more, just I can keep track of what's going on better. I don't really know It's not to say the implementation on Board Game Arena isn't good, because it's really good. It's a really good implementation on Board Game Arena. So, if you're interested in learning Blue Skies, it's definitely there, and it's easy to play. There are easy rules, but I don't know. I think it's just too random for me with 4 players, and I can't deal with that. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm not going to be requesting that. I'll probably suggest something else if it's requested again. But it's not to say I won't play it again, because I will. I absolutely will. And I'm going to keep the copy that I have. I mean, I think it's a good game to have. I don't have a whole lot of games like it. I'm not usually that into area control either. So, yeah, you know how it is. And yeah, that was the week. That was this week. And next week, what's next week? Next week isn't the end of the month. That's the week after. Well, I mean, it technically is the end of the month, but we still have a few days after that. So next week I'll just do another update on what I've been playing. But I do need to somehow I need to schedule an UVA night, either solo or teach Michael some of the other UVA games, like Indian Summer we could play, Patchwork we could play, Mamma Mia we could play, Le Havre we can play, some smaller UVA games, and one day I'll just play like a solo fest of all the UVA games and have a good time. Because I haven't played Fields of Arle in like forever, and I miss it. And Feast for Odin, I played that on the stream once, but I would do it again because it's a game that I want to play over and over and over and over again. Hallertau I don't have yet, otherwise we would be playing that one for sure. So a lot of good UVA games to choose from. The month is almost over, so we have to squeeze that in at some point. Maybe Sunday, maybe not. I think Sunday we're gonna do Viscount. Sunday we'll do Viscount, I think. Maybe we'll do UVA on Sunday, and then we could do Viscount next Wednesday instead. I gotta think about these things. I haven't really planned out this weekend yet. I don't know what we're gonna be playing. I do have some new games that I got here to show off. Do I like Agricola? No, not really. It's probably a game I need to play again, because I played it in a bad situation. It wasn't necessarily a bad situation, but it was a situation where everybody knew the game. We played a 5-player game. We did drafting cards, and I picked all bad cards, and I gave all these cards to people, and I just got hammered on. And it was just like nobody offered advice on anything, and the teach was poor, and it was just... It left me feeling like bleh. And so I didn't really have a good time playing Agricola. Now, I should play it again. It's on the shelf. It's one that I should play. However, I love Caverna. I love Feast for Odin. I love Arl. I don't need to like Agricola. Michael says, as much as I enjoy drafting, random would have been better with people of different skill levels. I would tend to agree with that at this point. I mean, I learned it several years ago at this point. So, I wouldn't really know. I didn't know at the time to say, let's just get cards and deal with it that way. Randomly, like now I know, like I've played enough games to be like, I know how to manipulate a situation if I'm teaching something, and to, not to worry about it so much. Like, for example, Darwin's Journey. When I was teaching Sheree and Derek how to play, I just said, draw cards until you have 3 different colors at the top. And everybody could start with 3 different colors on their player board. The abilities didn't matter as much when you're first playing, because yeah, you'll work towards fulfilling these goals, but it's not that important, because especially you're not likely going to complete more than one of them. maybe 2 of them, but you're definitely not going to get complete all 3 of your people. And by the time you do complete the people in Darwin's Journey, their abilities are good, but they're not going to be like groundbreaking, like, oh my god, I've been working this whole game for this one moment. They're going to help you, but it's not going to be like a necessity. So I try to just not put too much like pressure on a situation like the beginning of the game card drafting situation. Just draw cards until you have 3 different colors, and that will start you in a pretty good position to start the game. And so I would know now to say, instead of drafting, let's just deal cards and deal with it that way. Same with Terraforming Mars and stuff like this. So yeah, it was a bad situation for Agricola, right? So, and then the feeding upkeep, and I'm just not, it's a very mean-spirited game. Not from other people so much, but the game itself is just heavy and just like, I can't believe I gotta do this again and I don't have it, and oh my god, it's just like, I don't like when a game is so mean to me and everybody else is also mean to me, and it's like everybody gang up on Steph kind of day. So it left me feeling not happy, and so I haven't wanted to go back to Agricola, but that's me. Feeding is mean. Yeah. So I know I probably should, and it would be a better experience if Michael and I played a 2-player and I could know what I'm doing and and still get beat on, I'm sure. But it's just, with the 5-player experience I had was just not good. Feeding is mean. Today I learned. It's definitely a tight, punishing game for sure. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably the main reason why I'm not like, yay, Agricola. But I am yay, Uwe Rosenberg, so I'll play it again one day. I say that about a lot of things. Like, I'm not, like, against playing a 12-hour game of Civ, even though I am, but I'm not. Like, it will happen one day. Michael will twist my arm and make me play one day, and I'll be like, okay. And one day I'll play Twilight Imperium 4 and be like, okay. And one day I'll play Twilight Struggle, okay. But I'll never want to. But it will happen. So I never thought I would play High Frontier, and yet here I am. I played it. I figured it out. I did it. I'll have to pay you $150 to make you play it. Yeah, that's right. You never know what will happen in the future. Oh my god. Apuk says, no worries, not saying you should like Agricola, just wondering since you were talking about Uwe. No, that's fine, and it's a valid comment. Hi Legends, welcome. And so, yeah, it's just, yeah. Uwe Rosenberg's my favorite designer, even though it's getting close now, because Xavier Georges, while Gengopolis still holds the top position on my favorite game ever, he is the designer, and he's also the designer of Carnegie, so he is, like, moving up very, very quickly, in my mind. Carson City was okay, so it wasn't groundbreaking like Carnegie, but, Gengopolis, best ever. How much is it going to cost to make Steph play High Frontier again? $150. And you get 9 hours for it. That's what it costs on my Kickstarter whenever that happens. Do I play a board game every day? Probably. There are some days that I skip, but I played 1,733 games last year. That's more than a game a day. Does that count? Pook says, man, I played TI-4 once, and that was enough for me until the end of time. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I would probably say the same thing. Michael says it's the same cost for any game. $150 will get you 9 hours of time. Now that was last Kickstarter. We'll see what happens next Kickstarter. It's probably going to be very close, if not the same, to that. So I'm on a 41-day streak. Nice. I don't actually keep track of that. But yeah, I don't know if I've played a game every day. I feel like I have. I feel like I play a lot of games. I think I do play a lot of games, so. I don't keep track of that, though. I do keep track of all my plays, but the problem is they're not all accurate to the day that. So I might remember to put in, like, the last night's game in the morning, the next day. Or it will already be past midnight and it will log in for, like, the wrong day. And I don't keep track of that, so. I definitely did in December for the Advent Challenge. Yeah, that's true. I was wondering if your streak was 365 days. My streak is probably a lot longer than that. I don't know when or if it broke, but I'm sure it's broke. But there was a time when I was just like all day, every day. Well, COVID has been like all day, every day. Like during the COVID times, there's been a lot. I mean, there's been a couple of days I don't think I played a game just because I was doing other things or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I play a lot. Let's just say I play a lot. Yeah. So the games I got in the mail this week were the Little Doomlings game. He said, "Don't show this box. It's not the final box." So you got to know that this is a prototype. This is not the final box, but I told him I like the size of the box. I like that it's very compact. It's a brick of cards. I like that. So don't show the box. Don't look at the box, everybody. It's illegal. I like the box. So whatever. I like it. I got this game here called Loop of Ordinary People. It didn't come with rules, and so I need to, like, find the rules and print them out, I guess. I don't know if it's a final production copy or if it's a prototype. I have no idea. But I'm going to have them mail me rules, I think, because I want rules. Ain't no CeeLo box. The Loop. The rules are very long. I do know this. There's a lot of text on the cards, so I'm a little bit nervous about this one because for a game that's 45 minutes, it certainly has a lot of rules. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right. Next up, just came in the mail. Ooh, very excited. I'm going to say this wrong. Kohaku. But I got to show you this. It came unsealed, so. Ooh, look at that. This is like an unboxing video now. That's pretty. All right, you got to see these tiles. They are amazing. Don't know if you can see them. They're like clear, like layered. Why is it not focusing? But it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful production. I gotta take the plastic off of them. Let's see if I take one off. They'll probably come off better after more plays. It's like the film that's on Mystic Vale. If you played Mystic Vale or had to deal with taking off that plastic on them. Yeah. It's really, really pretty. They're really pretty. It's like that film. I think I gotta play with it a few times and then it'll automatically just like come off. Alright, there. I got one. Why aren't you focusing? It's like beautiful. Anyway, the game is like really, really nice. So I'm excited to see about this one and get that played. So I got that little sticky thing off there. But it looks really nice, and I don't know if Michael's gonna be all that into it because I'm guessing it's fairly abstract, but we'll see. I have high hopes. Michael doesn't have to like it, but we'll definitely be showing that on the stream at some point because it's really, really nice. And that's coming from 25th Century Games. And then a game that came in the mail today, and by came in the mail, I mean Rob sent us like 1,000 games today. So I guess I'm kind of lucky because he's like, I don't want these games, sell them for me. So I sell a lot of Rob's games, and a lot of them are war games or games I have or games whatever. But one I've been kind of looking for a while on the cheap is a game I think Michael will really like. And I didn't really like it, but I had a sour experience the first time. So maybe 2-player will go a lot better, and I'm hopeful. So a copy of Spirit Island that I will buy from Rob on the cheap. So we'll give Spirit Island a go. It's been on the hotness since forever, and Michael hasn't played it, so I think he will like it. And I think I will like it better as a 2-player game. Hopefully. So this is well loved in the board game community. I haven't really loved it, but I only played it the one time I played it, so. Pook got Spirit Island in the mail yesterday. Nice. So, yeah. It's been a game that I wanted to try again for some time, so here it is in the flesh. Showed up in Rob's box, so I'm like, all right, I guess it's fate. It's time to play some Spirit Island. And maybe we'll show that on the stream too. Once we play it, whenever that will be. Generic username says, I've played Spirit Island 4 times now. Really don't like it much. My friends love it and want to play all the time. Woe is me. Yeah, so that's kind of my feeling. My game, when I played it, it was a good experience. Everybody really liked it, except me. And so it wasn't like the table was bad or anything. The game was so long. I mean, it was so long. Like, so long. And I'm like, I don't get why people love this, but I'm hopeful for the 2-player game that it, 1, won't be as crazy long as it was, and 2, that, I can actually, do more things. But if it's a situation where the 2-player game is I have to control 2 people, that will be less fun, I think. But I don't know how it works, so we'll figure it out and we'll give it a go. And yeah, and if we don't like it, then we'll just sell it. But I have a feeling Michael will actually like it, so let's see. Apuk says, I played a few games at a game night back when that was still happening, and I've been meaning to pick it up ever since. Well, there you go. Good timing. You get a copy, I get a copy. We all get a copy. It's like Oprah. You get a copy. You get a copy. Everybody gets a copy. Laura says, "Oh, nice. I'd love to play that." Yeah, I think you guys would probably really like it too. I mean, it is well loved on the Geek. Everybody seems to really like it, except for generic username. So I feel ya. That on that, and yeah. Generic usernames. I don't want a copy. You're like, I'll take it to sell it. That's what I'll do. It's always 1 spirit per player. You use less island tiles with less players. Okay, that makes sense. So that makes me happy. I don't like when I have to control multiple things if I don't know the game very well. And I know a lot of people love it as a solo game. Like, maybe that's why it's so well loved, because people love solo games. So that makes sense. I feel like I've been talking forever, but it looks like I've only been going an hour, so that's weird. Been talking forever, but not. So that's basically, I didn't have many games this week. I've been, like, slacking. Just playing too much Carnegie, I guess. Too many big games. Poor Michael, I'm making him play all these, like, heavy Euros that take, like, forever to get through the rules and forever to, like, play. And Michael's like, when can we just, like, play other games? But my review shelf is looking a little bit shy right now. Like there's not much going on over there. But he's like, yeah, you need to request more games to review. I'm like, okay, so now who knows what's gonna show up? I requested a bunch of things, so who knows? Oh. The game that I really, really, really want, like really, really, like my number one game that I want is Dominant Species Marine. I saw that came out. So that game just came out and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I'm like a, give me now. Give me. I need it. Dominant Species Marine looks amazing. So I wrote to them. I don't really have a contact at GMT Games. However, I wrote to them anyway. And I'm like, hi, this is everything I do. I love Dominant Species. I want to play Marine. Dominant Species Marine. Please, I'll show it off, I promise. And like, begging. I'm like, begging. Please. And if not, I'll buy it before it goes out of print. Because, GMT Games, they go out of print, so. Hey, Derek, welcome. Happy Friday to you. I'm just kind of like blabbering about games that I want. And Dominant Species, the marine animal game, I definitely want. So it's been an eventful week. Lots and lots of streaming with lots and lots of Kickstarter games and other exciting games. So yeah, that's all I had for today. So let me be right back.